I just posted the most insane picture on Instagram, and I would normally never do such a thing, but it was to prove a point. And my point is that feeling sexy, feeling attractive, feeling wanted is important in order to recuperate from depression, from major depressive disorder, and from mild depression even. And I'm not trying to be superficial here. I'm not trying to say, yeah, if you look hot, then you'll conquer depression. That's the only criteria. Of course it's not. Of course you have to go to therapy, you have to do the work, eventually take the meds, do whatever you want, etc. Whatever you have to do. But it is an important factor, and I've had two depressions, so I can see this from my life. I can really see this from my life. When I was depressed, the two of the times I felt really ugly, really undesirable, really flawed mentally and physically. And I could have people tell me I looked hot. I didn't care. I really didn't feel hot. People would just have to tell me that I looked attractive or that I quote unquote didn't look so bad, as a friend once told me, because I myself practically felt like a monster. And this is one of the symptoms of depression, is your self-esteem is really, really low. And then this becomes a vicious circle, because if your self-esteem is low, if you feel unattractive, if you feel unworthy even, then you're going to act unattractive, unworthy, and whatever you want. So maybe you'll start wearing whatever you find. You'll start wearing the same clothes every day. Some people do that. Some people stop showering. Some people gain a lot of weight. Some people just stop eating. Some people just close in their little shell. And then it's going to be really like hard to recuperate and to go back to feeling good about yourself, because you're perpetuating the circle. You're living your beliefs. So how do we break the circle? And again, this is not going to completely solve your depression, but maybe it can give it just that little push you needed, or maybe it can make it a little bit better, or maybe it can make your recovery more, it can accelerate your recovery, or it can make it more complete. It can complete your recovery. I know in my case it does. Whenever I start doing these things, I don't think per se these things are like the salvation, total salvation of my life, but they help. So, for example, if depression is making you overweight because you're eating a lot, or you were already overweight to begin with, start doing sports. Doing sports, especially cardio, can increase your dopamine levels, and this can give you a dopamine rush. It can give you like an endorphin rush as well, and those are hormones that make you feel good. It can also increase your serotonin. Serotonin is also linked to well-being. It can also give you a goal. For example, if you start training for a half marathon or some kind of race, or you start, I don't know, yesterday I went climbing, and I never climbed before, and now I really have this rush that I want to continue, and I want to get better, and I want to be able to do the other levels, because there's several levels, there's like rocks according to the levels, and I want to like really up my level now. And so it can give you also a goal, and also it can make you have more contact with other people while making you fit and work on your self-esteem, your self-confidence at the same time. Another really silly tip, but this can work. Buy one piece of clothes. Don't start buying a lot, because that's another disease for itself. But buy one item of clothes or something that you really like and that makes you feel good. I'm not trying to encourage consumerism here. I mean, again, I'm not saying that you should buy the whole shopping mall. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes we have to pamper ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves in order to feel good about ourselves. Unfortunately, our image is still linked to our self-worth. So we're not going to change the world while we're depressed. And why not play with it, along with it for a little bit? Um, buy something that you like, or also buy some makeup that you like, so you can, if you're a girl of course, or if you're a boy, it's fine, so you can feel a bit more self-confident. And then people are going to reflect that. People are going to say, oh, that shirt looks really nice on you. And this is important. Other people's, like, belonging to a group and feeling like other people approve of you can also make you feel good. And again, I'm not trying to say that you should live according to other people's approval. That's not what I'm saying. But as a species, human species, we belong to groups, so we need to belong. We need to feel wanted, desired, appreciated, admired, even. And another thing that can be interesting and that you can do is to start flirting. You're depressed. Are you single? If you're single, if you're not single, don't do it. But if you're single and you're depressed, most likely than not, at this point, you're thinking, no one is ever going to want me again anymore. This is a common depressed thought. And go out and look at what's out there with your new outfit, with your gym body, with your, all pumped up from the gym, and go flirt. Go flirt. It's innocent. And if you feel like it, have an adventure with someone. That's also not a bad idea, actually, sometimes, because as I said in other videos, sex can also help cure depression. And I'm not saying you should be promiscuous or anything, but if you want to flirt, if you want to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if you want to start dating, and if it happens to be the case that you have sex with someone, you sleep with that person, well, you're going to see that in that moment, you're also going to feel more wanted. You're also going to feel like someone is admiring your body. And those hormones, man, the dopamine, serotonin, whatever, what have you, they're going to come flourish and they're going to help. Looks can be important when it comes to recovery from depression. And it's not even about what other people think of us, it's about what you think of yourself. This is my 2 cents on this subject. If you want to give me an opinion, please comment on the links below. And in the meantime, I wish you a lot of happy healings.